With midterm elections coming soon and a long list of concerns about the way our economy and government is working, hundreds of NCBA members recently gathered in Washington for the annual Fall Legislative Conference. Cattlemen to Cattlemen reporter Brian Baxter has more in this week's Cattlemen's Capital Concerns.
It's an exciting day. We've got the cattle industry here in Washington, D.C. There's a lot of issues. We've got a full agenda right now. And so we're here to share the message, and I think it's very important.
Go and see if we can affect Congress. We're going to spend a little time getting prepared, talking to our producers and getting everybody up to speed on what those issues are. Many of them bring perspectives from home, and then we're going to go out on the Hill in a couple of days, and we're going to go really pitch that stuff and let Congress understand what it is that we feel about all these issues that are impacting us as cattlemen.
The 2010 NCBA Legislative Conference brought together hundreds of cattlemen from all across the nation to ensure their voice as rural Americans, cattle producers, and NCBA members is heard among those who make the laws and regulations in Washington.
We have an opportunity for hundreds of cattlemen across the entire United States. Folks that are direct members of NCBA, folks that are part of our state partners. It's really their opportunity to come to Washington, D.C., and as we say within NCBA, burn a little boot leather on Capitol Hill as a means of being able to just communicate with members of Congress. Folks that are making decisions on behalf of our industry each and every day, it's their opportunity to give them their messages.
Part of the reason why we're sponsoring this is we believe very strongly that it's important for legislators to hear from cattlemen about their issues, about legislative issues and regulatory issues that impact their business.
And I think nobody can tell that story better than those producers themselves. So, once a year we come out here and we get up on the Hill and we go sit down and tell our story. And I think it's a great story, and I think we need to continue to tell it and expect that those folks really do appreciate it when we do show up.
The NCBA conference included opportunities to hear from members of Congress, to ask questions of Secretary of Agriculture Tom Vilsack, and to attend a reception on Capitol Hill, all with the aim of bringing cattlemen's capital concerns to the forefront.
Everybody says, oh, I can't make a difference, and I'll let you do that, but in reality, we all make a difference, and your voice is heard. And when that individual congressman or senator or USDA official sees the name from your small town America and agriculture, it makes a difference. And really what it's about is making a better culture for us to operate in, a better business environment.
Well, I think if you're going to become a member of an industry, a member of a community, especially one as important as agriculture, involvement is critical. And while many of us would rather stay home on the farm and basically ask folks to let us produce food and let us do it our way and be content, we can't have that luxury anymore.
It's always good to come to Washington and get to see, cowboys here. I think that, for one, we really stand out and folks know when we're in town. And also, I think, when you look at the heritage of America and you think American cowboy and having those folks here in our capital, it's just kind of a nice combination.
In fact, for some legislators, the opportunity to talk with cattlemen and to see cowboy hats on Capitol Hill is a breath of fresh air.
Oh, I'll tell you, when I see I wear boots here all the time, and it's really good to see cowboy hats and cowboy boots and jeans, and I feel at home when I'm in one of these groups. So,
number one, I'm just happy that the cattlemen are here in town. Some senators might get a little nervous when they're not talking to people from urban areas or lawyers or environmental groups, so I'm just very happy that the cattlemen are here to spread the message that we don't need overregulation. We don't need a lot of things going outside of the Farm Bill's jurisdiction that represents a cost to our producers who are not exactly in the best shape anyway.
Two main issues topped the list for cattlemen this year. First, the USDA's proposed GIPSA rule that would fundamentally change and extend government control over the way livestock in the U.S. are marketed and sold.
Well, the GIPSA rule is a huge issue for us, especially where we feed. We have to be competitive feeding value-added cattle, and any time they take away the opportunity for us to make more money than someone else, it hurts us economically.
I appreciate the fact that there's different marketing avenues available to me right now. I don't want to see those go away, because I've been profitable in my operation the way it is now, so I don't see a need to change.
Government is too involved in a lot of our activities now as far as business activities. In my opinion, this is only another step in government involvement into the marketing and the selling of our product. And I don't think it's anything that would benefit to us, be a benefit to us at all. So I'm not in favor of it.
The other top concern, the death tax, which is due to come back in full force in January 2011 unless Congress takes action.
Of course, the death tax is another thing that keeps the young people from our industry also, and so that's why we're here.
You know, if you really look at your own operation, know how it's handed down to your generations. I'm a third generation, etc. I'm looking to hand it down to my offspring, and unless you have some relief from the estate tax, it's going to be almost impossible to do.
From taxes to trade to over-regulation, no doubt a few days on Capitol Hill won't turn the tide on all these issues. But NCBA members are confident that showing up and speaking with one unified voice will make a difference in the long term. In Washington, I'm Brian Baxter for NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
Now it's your turn to get involved and become a part of the solution. Join your fellow cattlemen and NCBA in the fight for issues that impact the livelihood of farm and ranch families all across our nation. Call us at 1-866-USA-BEEF or visit us at beefusa.org.